What's up, guys? It is Friday, March 24th. It's 12:22 p.m. and this is the crypto market update. So if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get updated in real time when we drop these market updates, newsletters, and deep dives. So let's get on into it. So Friday, feeling good. It's sunny out. It feels good to be in crypto, that's for sure. I think there's some exciting times ahead of us. And we're at a key moment, a critical moment where we're going to see if we're going to see another melt up or not. So that's what we're going to dive into today. So let's go into, first off, always bond yields first, then the dollar, then Bitcoin. So let's go to the 1-day chart and see where we're at. Right now, we're below the 200-day moving average. So we're hanging on by a thread. It's like we fell off the cliff, but we got our fingertips hanging on the cliff and it's very close to falling here. So let's put that horizontal line there and we can see how important that is, that line, because we saw resistance, we got above it, then support, support, support. And right now we are hanging below it. So I would say today's Friday. So this closes today and doesn't open up till Monday. So it's going to be very interesting how this candle shapes up at the end of the day and then how Monday opens. Because usually when we have this like kind of hanging off the cliff, that's where we see the next candle kind of pop up. But maybe this time is when we kind of drop down. Let's go to the 3-day chart. Let's look at the momentum. Momentum's coming down here. And we're seeing a big spike today. We're on the 3-day chart. So we're seeing a big spike with the MACD down. And then the TSI is headed down, ready to cross below the zero line. Last time it crossed below the zero line right here was July. And then we started heading down more. So I would expect that we are actually going to come down more for the 10-year yield bonds. But let me now show you where I think we're going to come to. So I'm going to take this low to the high. We stretch her out. And then we see the 786 sim right there at 2.82%. That's where I think we'll fall to if we do break this. And then we can kind of see what the target would be of, like, say, and that matches up with it. So that matches up. So yeah, I believe if we see that momentum keep kicking down here, we're going to come down to 2.82% for the 10-year yield bonds. Now let's go to the dollar chart. Take a look at where we're at here. So what we did was we had our low that we set here in February 1st. We had our high that we set March 8th. Came down, and yesterday we touched the 786. We bounced from that point. We do have a buy now on the 6 hour. And then the last one's actually kind of called it over here and then called the top. So that's something to take note of. But yeah, we need to turn back down and come down, break the 786 critical level. So let's put that there. And then let's go to a 12-hour chart and see how the momentum's shaping up. We're running into some resistance right now. We have the EMA ribbon sitting right above our head. We have the market structure ribbon acting as resistance when we actually did curl this over. So resistance there. So we're looking to see some resistance come in right now and for us to curl back down, for us to continue to maybe try to break this 786 and then have a meltdown in the dollar and then have a melt up in crypto. So let's look at the 12-hour stock RSI. Right now, we are pressing up to that 50 line. So I want to see us get rejected and pulled down here by the end of the day, because likely we'll see what happened back here where the blue touched it and then curled over. So that's what we want to see. So that's, yeah, we want to see a similar kind of move up like we did over here, which was our downtrend, low relief bounce, and then we rolled back over, downtrend, low relief bounce, roll back over, and this time break the 786. That's the ideal situation we're looking for. 1-day chart, stock RSI is down here. We want to see this maintained down here. We don't want to see that cross above the 20 line. We're below the 50 line in the RSI. Let's look at the 3-day. 3 days right at that 50 line for the stock RSI. We want to see that pull through, and that will result from the 1-day maintaining down here, the 12-hour curling over, because the smaller time frames spill into the medium time frames, which spill into the macro time frames. And once you understand that, you'll really be a candlestick. You'll be the chart once you understand the time aspect and the movement of these momentum indicators and the certain smaller time frames and medium time frames and the higher time frames. You'll be one with the chart, telling you. So let's put this trend line come down here. Yep, we're seeing the resistance there. Now let's go to the 1-week chart. Yeah, we're seeing the momentum on the high time frames curling back over. And we're seeing on the medium time frames us right at the moment of, if we break, we're going to see further continuation down. And then the smaller time frames right now are showing that we're curling over. So the smaller time frame showing that we're curling over is good to see the medium timeframes actually pull down further, which will then draw the 1 week macro charts down even more. And when we see a 1 week stock RSI cross down and the TSI and the MACD, and especially being below the zero line, that's where we see these type of meltdown moves. And those type of meltdown moves, I mean, that's what we saw with crypto popping up 50% this year, Bitcoin. So that's going to just kind of put fuel on the fire of this Bitcoin rally. So let's go to Bitcoin right now. Let's take a look at it. We're just hanging right at 28K. We were comparing in our video yesterday, this pattern over here. So like this, but it's playing out a little bit bigger. So like that. Yeah, so we're right on track, I would say, for this pattern, which kind of means that this actually will play out much bigger as far as, let's bring this up. So this is telling us that we could see over the weekend 30K to 33K if this maintains following the same pattern from back here. And that puts us right in line with these key levels back here, 30K to 33K, and then all the way back here as well too. That would make sense for that to happen. And then if we take this high down to this low, yeah, we still got a ways to go, I would believe. We do see the 12-hour TSI cross down now, and the 12-hour stock RSI cross down now. We really need to see those cross up and get above the 50 line for this to pan out. If we maintain below here and we still maintain going down here, then it's not looking likely. But the odds and the probabilities go up if we can get this cross up like that, and then this to cross up. That will give us enough juice to maybe get up to those levels. So let's look at now the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is still above the zero line. That's what we need to be short-term bullish. Because right here, well, let's look at this. When we got above the 4-hour zero line on the TSI back here, and then let me mark when we got below, then when we got rejected by it, when we got above, and then if we come down here, we got to hold. So, and then I'll mark this one too. And then when we got below it here. So now let's look at what happened in the chart. So over here, when we got above, that's when we melted up. Then over here, when we got below, right here, that's when we started our downtrend. Then right here, when we got above, we started to melt up again. When we got to it here, we went in our downtrend again. And then right here, we got rejected by it and we couldn't press up on out of here. So it continued going lower. And then right here, we got above and then we melted up. So like if we come down to the zero line in the TSI on the 4-hour, we got to hold it. We got to hold it and curl back up at that point. So that's going to be a telltale sign for us, whether we're going to have a correction or we're going to melt up again. So yeah, we're on it. So that covers that. Let's go to XRP and XLM. We'll leave it at that. Maybe I'll get XCN in there as well too, because it had a little solid pump up yesterday, finally. Let's go to XRP, 0.4280. Yep, we're on the 12-hour chart. We want to see this 12-hour TSI not cross down, that's for sure. We want to see this maybe come down, like back over here. It was looking like it was going to cross down, and then bam. Just like we're looking like we're going to cross down, then we want to see in the next 24 to 36 hours another bam. And it looks like we're holding that level really nice right now, right here, that we called out in our group session the other day on Wednesday. We're maintaining pretty well right there on that support. So we want to see that maintain to hold. We don't want to see the 12-hour cross down. Let's go to the 6-hour. We already crossed down on the 6-hour. We need to see that cross up. The 4-hour and the 6-hour need to cross up, because then the 12-hour chart will that will avoid the 12-hour TSI crossing down. So if we need to see a move happen basically pretty soon here. Because if that's the case, then we'll save all that stuff and then we can go for another short-term rally up. So that's what I'm watching there. Then let's go to the 1-day chart, and we're still in the TSI going up. And if we were to follow that trades checklist that I made for the swing trading, right? I covered it in our group call. Let me go to the regular XRP chart. We do have sell warning on, pull up the PDF that I made, and you can run through it to see if now's the time to sell. And if we look at the 3-day, there's no sell warning. If we look at the 2-day, there's a sell warning. So that checks off one time frame. All right, let's look at the 1-day. That's 2 time frames. Let's look at the 12-hour. That's 3 time frames. Okay, so now let's go to the 11-hour. That's 4 time frames. Okay, now let's go to the 9-hour. and then it's likely on the 9 hour and the 6 hour and the 4 hour. So that's 5 out of 9 time frames that flash a sell warning. And then we would look for the sell nows to come in on the 3 lowest time frames. One thing I forgot to mention as well too is, for a little added kind of thing you want to watch, is if we're holding trend line still. Even if the 5 out of 9 time frames hit the sell warning, then the 3 lowest hit the sell now, as long as we're still maintaining like the trend and the trend line, then I would maintain in. But as soon as we break that trend line, then you can dump it out. So that's one thing I wanted to add to the PDF. So I'm going to add that in over the weekend and reshare it with you guys for some more things alongside with that. But right now, we can take the 786, so this low to this high, we stretch it out. Bam, where do we come to? Right at the 786. Understanding the Fibonacci's and the 786 are a game changer, whether it be for day trading, swing trading, long-term trading. So bam, low to high, 786, touched, 30-minute buy now coming in. This is what we look for a solid day trade. 30-minute, 1 hour, right? So pull up the checklist and do the day trading checklist with those time frames, and you'll find that everything will work pretty solid. So yeah, that's what we're looking for there, and that's checking out. So let's go to the XLM. XLM right now, let's go to a 30-minute. We're retesting a key level of resistance, then it was support, and now we're right at it right now. We want to see that hold. If we look at the 30-minute chart, we are putting some bullish divergence in. We have a low and a higher low. We have a low and a lower low. We want to see that pan out. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Yeah, so this is not any bullish divergence. So we see very short time frames putting it in, but that doesn't necessarily reflect anything huge because it's a small time frame. The higher the time frame, the bigger the signal, or the bigger the kind of analysis and how you want to hold that more weight to it. But yeah, right now we're at a key level for a stellar. We got a 1 hour sell now back here. We have 1 hour prepare to buy soon, and we're getting ready for probably a 1 hour buy now pretty soon in the next 4 hours. Let's go to the 4 hour chart, and we're right at the bottom of that EMA ribbon. We want to hold that and bounce up. The next line of support is sitting at like 0.08667. That's where the 4 hour 200 moving average is. So if we do fall lower, I'd expect that to be our area where we hold. And if we look at the TSI, we need to maintain above that zero line. So keep that in mind too. And if you want to get hooked up with the Stargate software and you want your charts to look just like mine, you want my assistance with setting them up, understanding it, utilizing the checklist, and really like getting your trading cleaned up, then go to our website, stargate-ventures.com, and request to be on the wait list. First come, first serve with that, because you want to do that sooner than later. You don't want everything to start going off and then all of a sudden you're being reactive. You want to be proactive, because when things really start going off and shit's crazy, you're not going to have the time to pull yourself together. Now is the time to pull yourself together with everything. So come join the Discord as well too. Link will be in the bio for that. Go on the website, put yourself on the wait list. We'll get you cleaned up. And that's going to be it for the market update today. So I'm going to do my newsletters, my deep dives. So definitely subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. So I'll see you in the next video.